Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I invite you to relax, open, and take in this time together in Be One, Be You. I am so very, very honored that you're here with me, and I'm looking forward to spending this time together with you. In this week's episode, we are diving into a topic called Why Men Get Stuck on Their Life Track. For women and men who are listening to this podcast, I invite you to soar with me above the normal way of thinking about how we get stuck. This is not about doubting ourselves or even picking the wrong situations to be involved in, which happens all the time for men and women. We're going deeper. We're going to go on an escalator together, and we are, all of us, it's a very long escalator. We're going to go down this escalator shaft, and we're going to look at the walls. They're beautifully sparkled and brilliant in gold light, gorgeous green plants and luscious bushes and trees growing around the escalator that we're moving down into this luscious and fertile field of your consciousness. Men get stuck because the man is raised and taught to control his deepest feminine instincts, which are as lush as the greenery that we're moving down as we're on this escalator together. And when we hit that next level, when you step off the escalator with me, we're going to go on another escalator and go down another level. And you can see the most beautiful ocean. Oh, and you can smell the salt air and hear the waves crashing upon the shore. We're stepping out onto the sand, and together we're going to walk the beach together. And as we walk together, we're going to go to a beautiful, beautiful cave that's refreshing and cool inside and has little rugs for us to sit on together. And I'd like to create this sacred space dedicated to all men who have been raised and taught and expected to bypass their body feeling life instincts and to learn to control them to a point where pain begins to develop. And this pain is slight at first. As a little boy, you might fall off your bicycle or your skateboard, skin your knee, go, I'm having a good time, it was worth it. And then you continue to channel all your energies either only through your physical body, becoming the athlete, or only channeling it through your intellect, developing the framework and the structure to try to understand life. If you choose and keep your ears and eyes open enough, you will come to the point of such inner pain of keeping your mind and your body separate, that you will take it to heart, the importance of their uniting. If there's a spiritual ray of consciousness awakening, a power that is way different than the other boys around you, and perhaps there are some girls, then young women and women who can begin to mirror that power back to you. It's power of life, the ocean waves that we are sitting and looking out at together, the growth of life, the aliveness that you feel in a moist forest, a jungle. This feeling of spaciousness. By learning to control those instinctual feelings, you begin to kill a part of yourself. And over time, different for each of you, that spark of masculine love, yes, love. The love where you are vulnerable and naked and soft, naked and strong, naked and perceptive, naked and poetic, naked and the problem solver, naked and the giver, naked and the receiver. You are choosing to take off the cloak, to take off the armor, to take off the false plastic bag around you, the giant condom, so you can't come into the feminine, so that you can't come into you. There's always got to be you trying to ejaculate into life, but not knowing how to receive it back because you've had to shut down your instinctual, your primal energies, except for those times when you have made it okay to use your own sexuality, your sex, drive, build up, orgasm, release, as a way to let go of control. There are times in every man's life, just like in a woman's life, there are times when sex is not on the menu created by the universe for you for a while, a long while, a short while. And you either just shut down, so typical to get angry if your partner's not into having sex with you. There's those feelings of rejection. Instead, the universe is setting it up for you to receive yourself, to be able to go, I get it. And instead of diverting and reading too much or watching too many videos or reading the next best article and all the social media and the videos, and there's a lot to learn these days, but the most important way to learn is through yourself. So when you become stuck in your life, on your life track, you want to start to observe how you manufacture and continue your manufacturing process of creating the walls. And to notice that you're so used to it as a masculine energy in your life, in your community, in your everyday moment. That the separateness that you feel is something that you're used to. And inside of yourself, you want something more, but you don't know how to find it. Who is keeping you under lock and key? Meaning that you obey the ways that you control yourself. And then it begins to leak out, trying to convince a client. How about a potential client? How about a colleague? How about an employer? An employee? About an idea that you won't really share, but you're probing to find out if you can take control of the situation and manipulate it to make it happen your way instead of the divine way. Too tough to admit. And in those moments of not wanting to really admit what you're really doing, you step further away from your true self, the real you, and you start becoming stuck. You're wanting to hold your orgasm energetic build up. You're wanting to hold the energies building sexually for you, but you can't. You come quicker than you want to. You find yourself getting angry about the little shit in life, the little stuff. You find yourself having a stronger desire to make more money, receive more recognition, more approval, and wanting to be seen in a certain way by a partner, and possibly by business colleagues and friends. All the while, you're becoming stuck. And it takes so much control to hold it all together that as you come too fast, you realize that you have so many controls on your body that the sexual energy moving through your body is opening you up too fast because you haven't been taking the time to learn, to practice, to be in flow of your authentic energy, which comes from the ocean within you. It comes from this beautiful forest, the jungle of your wild nature. And you're not paying attention to your instinctual self because your mind keeps everything in compartments. You can't bring the dots together. You keep one thought separate from another. Your partner, lover, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call a beloved, same sex, opposite sex, you find yourself unable to connect the dots. Well, what does that have to do with this? What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm controlling my own responses to myself? Yeah, I check in with my inner self every day. Well, what do you do the rest of the day? No comment, resistance, you go into shutdown, no probing, please. The person who loves you wants you to be available to them and to who is inside of you, because when you start following your false self, you get stuck. False self is the you disguised as the one who knows best, who has the answers, who will push through situations even when they're not good for you. When you are alienating your own soul, when you're pushing away the impetus of the power of the light that you are. Choosing at a young age not to love yourself, but needing others to love you, see you, approve of you, put you on a pedestal, needing to be wanted, becomes so extreme that your thinking process is a process of being stuck and separate from your feminine, intuitive, instinctual you that wants to bring all the parts of you together. And by choosing to stay in control, what that looks like is that the parts of you stay separate. You got your higher self, the you that has been incarnating, staying out of your body, but guiding you. Your higher self is one with God. It's also be seen as your oversoul. Oversoul can oftentimes be the higher frequency of your higher self. Higher self rarely comes into the body because your ego has taken over. And the ego is the you, as I've shared in other podcasts specifically about your ego, and in some of my courses and the signature programs. There's the deepenings courses where you learn a lot about how you separate from yourself and how to come through the blockades. When you create the blockades, you have to be in control. It's an army. You're a warrior. You're holding the fort together. And you conquer through dividing. Your ego works to divide you. And that's how it conquers you. And that's how you remain stuck. Only the God force within you can blow up the ego structure. God force within you is the union of your masculine divine energies and your feminine divine, the sacred, the energies that are pure and unaffected by the social and cultural, the religious, the ultra-spiritual, familial, ancestral programming structures of how you're supposed to think. Each and every one of you has a distinctive and unique soul-mind system, a soul thinking system, but the soul is not the intellect. The intellect is meant to enhance your experience of living as a soul. But you've got to be able to move into the life current, to be able to move into it on your own, through your own abilities, to move through like water, to burn through illusion as the flame, to create prana and life energy for all through your presence as the air, the earth, generating new life, creating new ways of living in connection with the earth. And all of us are seeking this at this time. And that renewal in your own consciousness helps to mend the separation from the feminine within you and to enjoy the small stuff in life, the daily tasks, not to make your intellect work more important than creating the ways that nurture and sustain your body in a loving way, to nurture and sustain your living space, to nurture and to sustain your partner in all of the beauty and the grace, the love and the power within you. The power from the source within you helps you to become the you that you're here to be and to get unstuck so that you can flow in your flow as the ocean flows eternally, holding you in great love. Thank you for joining us as we are here together in our cave looking out at the ocean. Enjoy spending time a little longer after we conclude, and just be in the cave of your heart, allowing the sustenance and the rejuvenation of the ocean that we are all here together in to flush, to clear the old in you so that you can rejuvenate yourself in the light of the moon and the sun that is within you. Thank you so much for joining me. I welcome you into all of the Spirit Gateway's work. To find out more, please go to my website, ayanalahi.com, IANALAHI.com, and take a look at the Quick Start Guide and see what's there. Have a beautiful week, holding you in love, in infinite beauty and infinite bliss as you walk your journey home into you. All my love, this is Ayana Lahi.